Hello, honor students. How are you? Today, let's go for The Flea by Donne. The Flea is a poem for metaphysical poetry. It's a good example for metaphysical poetry. You need to go back to revise part 1 when we mentioned metaphysical time and metaphysical poetry. The Flea is one of the most commonly cited examples of metaphysical poems. It's also one of Donne's best pieces. The poem makes a familiar argument in a very original way. The metaphysical poet John Donne. John Donne was an English poet, scholar, soldier, and secretary born into a recusant family who later became a clerk in the Church of England. Under royal patronage, he was made Dean of St. Paul's Cathedral in London in the year 1621 until the year 1631. John Donne is considered as preeminent representative of the metaphysical poets. His potential work he worked as a noted of the metaphysical and sensational style to include sonnets, love poems, religious poems, being a clerk in the church and then the cathedral, Latin translations, epigrams, elegy songs, and satires. He's also known for his sermons. The Flea by John Donne. Mark but this flea, and mark in this how little that which thou deniest me is. It stuck me first, and now sucks thee. And in this flea our two bloods mingled be. Thou knowest that this can't be said, as sinny, nor shame, nor loss of maidenhead. Yet this enjoys before it woo, and pampered swells with one blood made of two. And this, alas, is more than we would do. Oh, stay, stay 3 lives in one flea pair, were we almost here more than married there? This flea is you and I, and this our marriage bed and marriage temple is. Though parents grudge, and you, we're met and closeted in these living walls of jet. Though yous make you apt to kill me, let not to that selfie murder added be, and sacrilege 3 sins in killing 3. Cruel and sudden hast those sins, purple veneal in blood of innocence. Wherein could this flea guilty be, except in that drop which it sucketh from thee? Yet thou triumphest and say'st that thou findest not thyself nor me the weaker now. 'Tis true, then learn how false fears be. Just so much honor when thou yieldest to me. Whilst as this flea's death took life from thee, This was The Flea. The Flea by Donne, one of the greatest metaphysical poems. In the 17th century, the idea was for sex and having mingling of the blood. It was believed that women became pregnant when the blood of the man present in his semen mixed with her blood during sexual intercourse. The flea. Fleas were a popular subject for jocose, humorous, and amatory, which is love, poetry in all countries at the Renaissance. Their popularity stems from an event that happened in a literary salon, a place where poets and others came to recite poetry and covers. The salon was run by two ladies, and on an occasion a flea happened to land upon a lady's breast. The poets were amazed at the creature's audacity and were inspired to write poetry about the beast. Do you think that the flea is a beast? I don't think so. It's just a little bug, but it was an issue in the metaphysical time, 17th century. If you think that you learned something new about Donne, good example for metaphysical poets, one of his greatest, The Flea. Please thumb up, drop a comment if you have one, share with others, subscribe, don't forget to ring the bell so you get the latest. Wait for more metaphysical poems. Looking forward to hear from you. Metaphysical Poetry Part 2 by teacher Karima. See ya. Bye.